Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Gilang Perdana with student number 19220-323. Before I start, I'm sorry I'm using a mask because I'm recording this in a public. So in this video, I'm going to present about improving student speaking skills through English movie in scope of speaking for general communication. Introduction. Speaking for general communication course is compulsory subject that must be taken by students during the second semester. In this course, students are expected to be able to speak English well in accordance with learning themes contained in the syllabus and lesson plan. For speaking for general communication course, through this course, students are expected to further deepen their knowledge of linguistics. Darmadi 2015 defines speaking as a productive skill that can be observed directly and empirically. These observations are always colored by the accuracy and effectiveness of the listening maker's ability, which of course interferes with the reliability and validity of oral production tests. Kosdian 2016 in Rifat 2018 argues that of all four syntax skills, listening, reading, speaking, and writing, speaking seems to be the most important because people who know the language are referred to as speakers of that language. As if speaking includes all other types, know the language. Literature review 1. Speaking skills. Harmer 2007 states that there are three main reasons for making students speak in class. First, speaking activities provide training opportunities to practice speaking in real life in a safe class. Second, speaking assignment, where students try to use one or all of the language they know, provided feedback for lecturers and students. Everyone can see how well they are doing, how successful they are doing, and also what language problems they experience. And finally, also what language problem they experience. The more students have the opportunity to activate the various elements of the language they have stored in their brains, the more they use of these elements will ultimately speaking is a productive skill that falls into two main categories: accuracy and fluency. Accuracy consists of the use of vocabulary, grammar, and pronunciation through several activities. Fluency takes into account the ability to keep going when speaking spontaneously. Biraksan, Kali, and Besti 2016, Sidix 2013 argues that it shows that oral interactions can be characteristic in terms of routines, which are conventional ways of presenting information that can focus on information or interactions. According to Foster and Bedir, 2014, speaking is an interactive process of construction meaning that consists of producing and receiving information. 2. General concept of media. According to Mascure, 2016, media are all things that can be used to convey messages from the sender to the recipient, so that they can stimulate students' thought, feelings, talents, and attention, so that the learning process takes place. Thus, creating more active and critical media users, which will always be more demanding in the future. Media education has to do with film and television, the press and radio, its impact on student progress. It has to do with what is taught through the media, when and how. The aim is to enable students to develop critical thinking, analyze and reflect on their experience when using various media facilities. 3. Types of media. There are so many learning media used in teaching that from the simplest or the cheapest to the most complicated, without the need for electricity to the most expensive one that requires electricity. Harris, Mishra, and Kohler to 2009 states that there are 6 types of media as follows. A. Drawing or drawing lecturers need emotes. I'm sorry. B. Still image. C. Audio recording. D. Motion pictures and TV. E. Real objects, simulations, and models. And programmed and computer assisted instructions. 4. Film as medium for teaching speech. Learning English, especially speaking, is important. Students are often embarrassed when they have talk because they are afraid to make mistakes due to lack of vocabulary. The teaching and learning process is a communication process. Lecturers must use appropriate techniques or media to teach English effectively, and also encourage students. The use of audiovisual media, such as films, can help students better understand the material or the message given by lecturers to them. Research methodology. Uh, this research, this research was conducted at IKIP Siliwangi Jalan Terusan Jenderal Sudirman, nomor 3, nomor 3, I'm sorry, Baros Cimahi Tengah. The research subjects were second semester students who took speaking for general communication course. This research used collaborative classroom action research. The concept in this research is adaptation of Arikunto 2009, which states that action research is one type of investigation that has participatory, collaborative, and spiral reflective characteristics that have the purpose of improving the system, methods, process, substance, competencies, and situation. The pretest was carried out on 1 until 2 April 2019. The results of the pretest can be seen in the following table. Based on the pretest results, it shows that students' speaking skill is still low. This is influenced by several factors, including the lack of confidence of each student, because some students have a lack of mastery and understanding related to the 5 components of speaking skills, namely grammar, pronunciation, fluency, comprehension, and vocabulary. 2. Cycle 1 and post-test 1. Cycle 1 has been held on April 29 until 22 May 2019. Researchers provide teaching materials in accordance with lesson plan through English movie as a media. During the learning process, the researchers observe each of the stages and record important events or things while in the class. After the learning process is finished, the researchers conclude what things need to be developed so that learning targets can be achieved properly. The post-test was carried out on May 27, 2019. The results of the post-test 1 can be seen in the next slide. From the results of post-test 1 shows that there is a significant increase in score of each criteria for speaking skills. This can also be seen from the results of observations by a research team assisted by a collaborator that students look so enthusiastic when the English movie is applied in speaking class. Some of students were even enthusiastic about trying to recite every sentence they heard. Cycle 2 and post-test 2. Cycle 2 carried out on 17 until 28 June. In this cycle, researchers tried to be more active in providing material related to English movie. In addition to that, researchers also provide opportunities for students to recite the conversation that are displayed directly and correct them if there are mistakes made by students. The post-test was carried out on July 1, 2019. The results of the post-test can be seen in the table below. From the results of the past test of the post-test, in cycle 2, it can be seen that the ability to speak of students has increased when compared to the results of the post-test in cycle 1. This certainly has proven that the use of English movie greatly affects the level of achievements of students' speaking skill in speaking for general communication courses. E. Conclusions. Having conducted the research in using English movie to improve student speaking skill, it can be drawn some conclusion as follows. English movie can improve student speaking skill. The improvement of student speaking skill can be identified from the improvement of speaking skill achievement. It shows that there is comparison between October 29, 52 students speaking skill during the intervention and the performance criteria of success. The improvement was also observed from several aspects of the composition they produced. Students showed improvement in speaking skills. Students' self-confidence was increased. They were not afraid of making mistakes. They also know speaking skill elements. In addition, English movie can improve classroom situation into a better situation. They were motivated in joining speaking class. Uh, the atmosphere of the class more lively as there are many interesting activities. The student give attention to the I'm sorry. The student give attention to the lessons. They were very active to conduct the activities and dominate the activities. Enjoyable for various types of activities related to English movie. Thank you for your attention and this is all from my presentation. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.